It's been quite some time since I covered Rush Duel news, as I kind of slacked on it a little bit. It's been about a month since I last covered it, so let's get into everything that I've missed and go through it. So there was two generic cards that appeared for the Advanced Pack 02, and that happens to be the Lana, the Holy Wind of Healing, and she is a level 7 Psychic Wind effect monster with 2400 attack and 1200 defense, and you can special summon this card from your hand in face-up defense position by sending another card from your hand to the graveyard, so kind of like that Bellstar the Black Witch. During the main phase of the turn that this card was normal or special summoned, send one card from your hand to the graveyard to return one spell or trap card on your opponent's field to the owner's hand, then change this card's battle position. This is a really good card for going second decks that want to have level 7 wind monsters, and I can vaguely remember there was a deck not too long ago that required level 7 wind monsters. So this is a really powerful card, and I definitely think that this is going to be one of the ones that players will use for going second. And after that, we have another card being Yabumi. The Frost Purifying Purebred is a level 3 light beast effect monster with 1000 attack and 500 defense. This is probably perfect for the War Lion. And during the turn that this card was normal summoned, if there's one or less cards in your spell and trap card zone, choose one non-legend normal spell card in your graveyard and set it to your spell and trap card zone. For the rest of this turn, you cannot activate that card or the effect of Yabumi, the Frost Purifying Purebred. So it's a once per turn effect that's very balanced, so you could reset really anything that isn't a legend spell. So that's honestly really good. Now, there's quite a bit to go over, so let's get into it and let's go through. Pulsating Cocoon of Evolution is a new retrain that they gave to Cocoon of Evolution, being a level 6 insect effect monster with 0 attack and 2000 defense. And the requirement is to send the top card of your deck to the graveyard. This card's name becomes Cocoon of Evolution for the rest of the turn. Then you can fusion summon one perfectly ultimate Great Moth by shuffling materials from your field and your graveyard, including this card, into its owner's deck. So, if you guys don't remember, it's been quite some time since we looked at Great Moth, and what they did for Perfectly Ultimate Great Moth was instead of being a normal effect monster, they made it into a fusion monster. So being able to send the top card of your deck to the graveyard and just shuffle back the materials into the deck is really good, because those are literally the materials, just Great Moth and Cocoon of Evolution. And this is such a good thing for the deck to have that it really fixes a lot of issues that the deck had prior. And after that, we also have more cards. I think we covered a lot of these, but these are brand new cards for the Great Moth strategy. So we had the Cocoon, and now we're going to be looking at the newer cards. And you can see this whole entire line. You have Petite Moth into the new Petite Moth, go up into the Cocoon, into the Larvae, into Old Cocoon, to the new Great Moth, and Great Moth into Ultimate Great Moth, plus additional cards. So let's get into it, and let's get into it. We have Petite Moth of Evolution, a level 1 Earth Insect monster, 300 attack and 200 defense. You send the top card of your deck to the graveyard for the rest of this card. For the rest of the turn, this card's name becomes Petite Moth, and then you can choose one Petite Moth in your graveyard and add it to your hand. This is overall really good. Having more cards become a card that you need for a fusion material is really good, especially for going up into the Larvae upgrade, so I really like that. After that, we have Great Moth Alternative, a level 8 Earth Insect Fusion Monster with 2600 attack and 2500 defense. Takes one Cocoon of Evolution plus one level 5 or higher Earth Insect monster. This card's name becomes Great Moth while in the graveyard, and it has no requirements. This card's name becomes Great Moth, and it cannot be destroyed by your opponent's effects. Your level 8 insect monsters inflict piercing battle damage. Making this a 3500 beat stick be able to have piercing damage is really powerful. After that, we have Double Cannon Armor, being a level 5 Earth Insect monster, which is honestly a very interesting insect indeed. It has 1500 attack and 2000 defense, and if there is a face-up Earth Insect monster you control, you can normal summon this card without tributed. The requirement is to send the top card of the deck to the graveyard, choose one face-up Earth Insect monster on your field, and have it gain 700 attack until the end of the turn, potentially bumping this up to 4200. And after that, we have Swarming Basic Insect, a level 2 Earth Insect effect monster, and it has 500 attack and 700 defense. If there is a Earth Insect monster with 2000 defense or more in your graveyard, send one other monster from your hand or field to the graveyard. Choose one Earth Insect monster with 2000 defense in your graveyard and add to your hand. If you chose double cannon armor with this effect, then you could choose one spell or trap cards on your opponent's field and destroy it. So being able to have a way of a removal with the double armor cannon just off of the swarming basic insect is really good. So overall, this is a very powerful card because it can get back both of your cocoons back to your hand, or even if you want to, I think you could do the fusion monster too. But that's one thing that I have to look into. And then we have Nephrite Insect Whistle. It's a normal spell card, and there's no requirement. Choose one level 2 or lower Earth Insect monster in your graveyard and add it to your hand. Then you can fusion summon a level 6 or lower insect monster by sending Earth Insect monsters from your hand or field to the graveyard as a material. Being able to have more ways to get your basic insect back to the hand is really useful. Then after that, we have the magical plant of the Verdant Forest. It is another normal spell card, and you choose one monster on your field and send it to the graveyard. Then you can choose one face up level 6 or level 8 earth insect monster in your graveyard, special summon it to your field face up. This is really good for being able to summon back your new moth, your larvae, and so on and so forth. So this card has so many targets you can summon back. It's absolutely insane. I really do like that. So now after that, let's get into the special victory pack volume for alternate arts. And these are all alternate artworks of cards that are in the game, like Flavor Inspector. You have the Denticle, the Parasitic Extraterrestrial. That is a name and a half. You have Light Calling Griffor getting an alternate art. That looks really cool. And the one that I kind of was giggling over was Hungry to Burger. The retreat to Hungry Burger just has the Squid Ink Burger that you can find over in Japan. After that, we also have Ceremonial Sorcerer alternate art. Normally it is blue, but now it's red, and it kind of looks like a pendulum if you have both of them next to each other. After that, they imported Storm and Mirror Force into Rush Duel, and it's a legend normal trap card. And when an opponent's monster declares an attack, all attack position monsters on your opponent's field are returned to the owner's hand. This is a really powerful card, but I really don't think it's going to do that much, especially with a lot of new cards just saying if you breathe, it gets to destroy, or if you do action, destroy this. So it's going to be very interesting to see what players do with this. Sometimes I kind of wish that cards weren't legend, but it makes a lot of sense, especially if it's on a caliber of this. After that, we have Sparkheart's Hat. Sparkheart also got new support in APO2, and it is a level 3 fire spellcaster monster with 600 attack and 1200 defense. During the turn that this card was normal summoned, choose one other card in your hand or on your field and send it to the graveyard. Then you can choose one fire spellcaster monster in your graveyard that does not have 600 attack and add it to the hand, and for the rest of the turn, you cannot activate the effect of Sparkheart's Hat. I really like this way of once per turns. It really makes it different because if you have another card that can act like it in the graveyard and just be completely different on the field, that is perfectly fine. And honestly, this being able to add back any fire spellcaster that doesn't have 600 attack is really useful, especially being able to recycle quite a bit of the deck and literally hat. Then we also have the Sparkheart's Familiar. This has 600 attack and 1200 defense, being a level 3 fire. And during the turn that this card was normal summon, if there are 10 or more cards in your deck, choose 2 other cards in your hand and or on your field and send them to the graveyard. Then if Sparkheart's Girl, Sparks, or Curtain of Sparks is in your graveyard, you can draw 2 cards, and for the rest of the turn, you cannot attack with monsters except fire spellcaster monsters. Now, that is actually really useful because, well, getting to draw 2 cards for really free, if you can choose, or if you have one of these in the graveyard, and most of the time they will be in the graveyard, and just to send 2 to draw 2, it's kind of like Magician's Souls in a way, where you get to send 2 cards from your hand or field that are spells or traps to the graveyard to draw 2, but this just allows you to send really anything. And then we also have Overforce of the Abyss, contains new cards for the Grace theme, which I have always adored the Grace theme because a lot of the artworks are very beautiful and actually quite nice and aesthetically pleasing. As on to the next one, we have a new Overrush Rare and Overforce artwork. So this is a Overrush Rare of the, I think this is Curtain of Sparks. Yes, Curtain of Sparks has an Overrush Rare. You can see that Sparks Heart Girl and also Sparks have received a reprint as well. And then we have Mad Rare Alamo, which is a reprint, who is based on a chameleon, or a new card. And then we have Card Trooper and reprints for new Overforce of the Abyss. So Card Trooper is just a reprint, but we also know that Fortress Whale is going to be in this new set, the next line for getting printed of a ritual monster, and this is going to be a really interesting theme to see. After that, we have Return from the Beyond with new Void support, and I know a lot of players were excited about this, but I heard a lot of disappointment because we have Void Velg Stork being a level 2 Dark Galaxy effect monster with 1100 attack and defense, and you can send either one card from your hand or the top 2 cards of your deck to the graveyard. This card's name becomes Contact Dark Matter Voyager for the rest of the turn. If you send a card from your hand to the graveyard for this effect requirement, this card's name can become Void Velg Requiem instead for the rest of the turn. So either being the Contact Dark Matter Voyager or Void Velg or the Requiem itself is very interesting. Now, I don't think I've seen this one. It's definitely been quite some time since it's been released, so it's your get another version of the normal monster out, or you could just go straight for Requiem itself. And I know Requiem is the star of the deck, the main point for the theme itself. So seeing it being also renamed from that if you send a card from the hand to the graveyard, which honestly is really useful since this has so much for fusion materials. So just additional version of Requiem is absolutely fine. Then we have Voidvelg Beyond Probe taking Contact Dark Matter Voyager and a level 4 lower Dark Monster, and you can Contact Fusion this card, level 7, 2000 attack, 1300 defense. And during the main phase that this card was fusion summoned, choose one face down card in your opponent's spell and trap card zone and destroy it. But you cannot attack with this monster for the rest of the turn, except Dark Galaxy monsters. Sure, that's fine. Most of your deck is Dark Galaxy. Next up, we have Voidvelg Eternium Requiem, the upgraded version, another fusion. Being a level 9 Dark Galaxy fusion effect monster with 3500 attack and 2500 defense, taking a Requiem and 1+ Dark Galaxy monster. No requirement, but during your opponent's turn, this card cannot be returned to the hand, deck, or extra deck by monster effect. This card that was summoned. This card that was fusion summoned with 3+ monsters as materials cannot be destroyed by card effect. That's absolutely fine. I kind of wish it did something else because it just feels like have a boss monster. And then we have Shadow Force Explosion. During the turn you have not activated Shadow Force Explosion, return one card from the hand to the top or bottom of the deck. Choose 2 level 8 or lower galaxy monsters with different names in your graveyard and add them to the hand. Okay, this is a good card, being able to get to your Requiem back and also getting to the Stork again. So that's going to be very interesting. And then we have Worm Void Hole. It is a fusion summon, a level 9 or lower galaxy monster whose materials specifically mention Requiem or Contact Dark Matter Voyager by sending monsters from your hand or field to the graveyard as material. So you have another way to fusion summon, which is absolutely fine, but it has to be from hand or field. Honestly, with some of them being able to contact fuse is very good, and others not really. So it's more for things like the Eternium, while you can recycle stuff for Beyond Probe if you want to contact fuse instead. So it's going to be very interesting how this is going to change Voidvelg, but it's definitely going to be a waiting game. After that, we have Beast King Barbaros being imported as a legend card, and it's still the same level 8 Earth Beast Warrior Legend Effect Monster, 3000 attack, 1200 defense. You can normal summon this card in attack position without a tribute, or you can normal summon this card in attack position by tributing 3 face-up Earth monsters. If you do not tribute, this card's original attack becomes 1900, and during the turn that this card was normal summoned by tributing 3 monsters with the above mentioned method, destroy all face-up cards on your field. So it's just the import from TCG OCG to Rush Duel. And it's nice that this is a legend card because it is for the Super War Lion deck. So this is a option you can run for a full tribute. After that, we have the 19 cards. I forgot there was one night that they revealed 19 cards. Let's give the praise to Lady Isaiah, or Isra, Protector of the Monumenthes. I remember doing the intro for the set, and there was quite a bit. But when this was revealed, There was 19 cards this night, and this was 11 days ago. So let's get into the Montetheums. This is Nalf of the Montetheums. Is a level 4 Earth Beast Warrior effect monster. 600 attack, 1100 defense, and during your main phase that this card was normal or special summon, choose one Earth Beast Warrior monster in your graveyard with 1000 attack and add it to your hand. You cannot attack with monsters for the rest of the turn except Beast Warrior monsters. Okay, so being able to recycle Beast Warrior monsters with 1000 attack back to the hand is really useful. Can't recycle itself, but it is a card for tribute fodder as well. Then you have Yoroshiro of Izraya. She is a level 4 Beast Warrior effect monster. She, I would think, is the whole like Fallen Albaz card because she's not a part of the archetype, but she has a lot built around her. She's 1000 attack, 1400 defense, and during your main phase that this card was normal summon, send it up to top. Send the top 2 cards of your deck to the graveyard. Then you could choose one offering to Izira, Sarcophagus of Izira, or Spirit of Izira in your graveyard and add it to your hand. If you added a card, then you could choose one Monument Thieves Festival, the Izaria Seance, in your graveyard and add it to the hand. Ay. This is a really useful card, being able to put things back into your hand so you could reuse them. And if you added a card, you could just instantly get this card back to your hand. So overall, I can see the consistency. We have Kadi of the Monument Thieves. I think that's how you pronounce it. It is a level 7 Earth Beast Warrior effect monster with 1400 attack and 1600 defense. If there is a face-up Gundi of the Monument Thieves or Yoroshiro of Asira on your field, you can special summon this card from your hand in face-up defense position. Okay. During your main phase that this card was normal or special summon, send the top card of your deck to the graveyard. During your opponent's next turn, your opponent can only declare attacks up to twice that turn. Then you can choose 3 Beast Warrior monsters in your graveyard and shuffle them into the deck. This is a really good card, being able to shuffle any of your Beast Warriors back into the deck, so you can always have this in rotation along with your Nulf. And after that, we have Emir of the Monument Thieves. He is a level 7 Earth Beast Warrior effect monster, 2000 attack and defense. This card and spell and trap cards on your field cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects, or just effects. Face up Beast Warrior monsters you control gain 500 attack, so essentially making this 19, 15, 11. Sure, it's alright. Then we have Izira, deity of the Monument Thieves, so this is her ritual form. Level 4 Beast Warrior ritual effect monster, 1000 attack, 3500 defense, so you want to summon this in defense. This card cannot be destroyed by effects. When you normal summon or special summon a Beast Warrior monster face up, your opponent cannot activate trap cards. During your turn, face up Beast Warrior Earth effect monster or face up Earth Beast Warrior monsters on your field gain 3000 attack, and their attack pierces except this card. So you're 4k plus this, that's another 4500 attack on one card. Okay, so your max out attack is going to be 5,500, 5,500 because of this. If you have both those on the field, that's crazy. Next up, we have the Monument Thieves Festival. It is a ritual spell. Send one offering to Izraya, Sarcophagus, or Spirit from each from the hand or face down on your field to the graveyard. To ritual summon one Isira, deity of the Monument Thieves, by sending face up your Roshiro of Isira from your field to the graveyard, whose combined level total 4 or more as material. Cannot use more than necessary. This archetype is going to make me get a stroke just from reading it. But the artwork's absolutely beautiful. Okay, next up we have offerings. Normal spell card, you gain 600 life points, and you can choose one face-up Earth Beast Warrior monster on your field, and have it gain 600 attack until the end of the turn. You cannot attack with monsters for the rest of the turn except Earth Beast Warriors, so your maximum attack now is 6,100. Next up, we have the Sarcophagus requirement. If there's a level 7 Beast Warrior monster in your graveyard, you can send one monster from your field to the graveyard. To choose one level 7 Beast Beast Warrior Earth monster in your graveyard and special summon it to your field, you cannot attack with monsters for the rest of the turn except Earth Beast Warrior monsters. Sure, being able to revive any of your level 7s is really good. at the trade-off of sending one monster you control. And then we have Spirit of Isira. You are a normal trap card. When your opponent normals or special summons a monster during the opponent's turn, choose one level 8 or lower face-up earth monster or effect monster on your opponent's field. Your opponent cannot activate the effects of the chosen monster for the rest of the turn, then you draw one. So Infinite Impermanence plus Upstart Goblin. Got it. But can't activate it from the hand, and that's honestly really good. Next up, we have Rest in Peace with Moonforce. These are the spirit animals, or the spirits of animals. You have Moonforce POP, level 1 Earth Galaxy Effect Monster, 300 attack, 800 defense. If there are 10 or more cards in your deck, reveal up to 2 cards from your hand or field except this card. Then you place them on the bottom of the deck, of the owner's deck, in any order. So this is an interesting requirement. Then you draw cards equal to the number of cards returned by this effect requirement. After this effect's activation, you cannot activate the effects of monsters for the rest of the turn except Earth Galaxy monsters. So it's a magical mallet, but the monster gets to be on the field. This is really interesting. Next up, we have Moonforce Sheila. It is a level 2 Earth Galaxy monster with 1000 attack and 1100 defense. That's a high attack for a level 2. If there are 4 or less monsters in your graveyard, excavate the top 4 cards of your deck and reveal them. Then you can choose up to 1 non-level 2 Earth Galaxy monster and up to 1 the Eternal Land Spectrica among them and add them to your hand. Place the remaining cards on the bottom of your deck in any order. You cannot attack with monsters for the rest of the turn except Earth Galaxy monsters. So you get to add any of your monsters that is not itself. That is actually really cool. Or any other Earth level 2 galaxies, which I don't think that there's much. But overall, this is a nice piece of consistency for the deck, and it allows you to add up to 1 of your important card. Next up, we have Moonforce Ziggy, the Hedgehog. Level 3 Earth Galaxy Effect Monster, 0 attack, 1400 defense. Change the battle position of 1 face-up monster on your field. Choose 1 level 8 or lower face-up monster on your opponent's field. During the opponent's next turn, your opponent cannot attack with that monster. Then you can choose 1 monster in your graveyard and place it on the bottom of the deck. If you return a monster, this card gains 500 defense until the end of the opponent's next turn. 1900 defense, pretty good. We have Moonforce Teemo, the bunny, being a level 4 Earth, the Galaxy effect, 1300 attack, 1100 defense. During the turn that this card was normal summoned, if there are 10 or more cards in your deck, place 1 card from your hand and 1 Earth Galaxy monster in your graveyard on the bottom of the deck in any order. Draw 2 cards, and you cannot attack with monsters for the rest of the turn, except Earth Galaxy monsters, and your opponent take no damage from effects. Okay, so this is actually really useful, being able to recycle stuff from the graveyard and putting cards that you don't want in your hand back into the deck for later use. Overall, that's really good. We have Luna Moonforce at Able, a level 5 Earth Ritual Galaxy effect monster, 2200 attack and 2200 defense. This is an adorable puppy. The requirement during the main phase that this card was special summon. If there are 5 or less monsters in your graveyard, change the battle position of 1 face-up monster on your field. While this card is face-up, your opponent cannot special summon level 5 or lower monsters from the graveyard face-up until the end of the opponent's next turn. Floodgating the opponent out of the level 5 and lowers is really good. This could be used against stuff like Voidveld. After that, we have another Moonforce, being Mochi, an adorable angel cat. Level 7 Earth Galaxy Ritual Effect Monster, 2000 attack and defense. Where's the level 6? They are missing a level 6. Okay. Place on the bottom of the owner's deck a total of 3 other face-up monsters on your field and or monsters in your graveyard. Choose 1 monster on the opponent's field and destroy it. Then if there are 5 or more monsters in your opponent's graveyard, you can choose 1 spell or trap card in your opponent's field and destroy it. So being able to have multiple types of removal is really good. Recycling your monsters back from the to the deck is also really powerful. And this is going to be one of the best ones that you want to go into, along with Able. So Mochi and Able, 2 powerful ritual monsters. Next up, we have Luna Moonforce Dralia. She is a level 9 Earth Galaxy Ritual Effect monster with 2900 attack and defense. You're missing a level 8 as well. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, You're missing a 6 and an 8, so that's probably future support. If there are more monsters in your opponent's graveyard than your graveyard, place one monster from your graveyard on the bottom of the deck. This card gains 100 attack times the difference of the number of monsters in each player's graveyard, and its attack pierces until the end of the opponent's next turn. This is a really interesting card, very useful, being able to just to place a monster from your opponent's graveyard on the bottom of the deck so there you have more than the opponent. This is going to be one of the ones that you barely go into, while the other two you want to go into as much as possible. I can see people ritual summoning this out using the effect, then ritual summoning out a Mochi or an Abel for later. But we do have Endless Partner. It is a ritual spell card, and this is so adorable. No requirement. Ritual summon an Earth Galaxy ritual monster by shuffling face-up galaxy monsters on your field with different names from the name of monster you are summoning into the owner's deck as a material whose combined level are equal to the total levels of monsters you are ritual summoning. Then you can send cards from the top of your opponent's deck to the graveyard up to the number of monsters used for this effect. Holy convoluted Batman. So you're ritual summoning by shuffling the names from the name of the monster you're summoning. So you are shuffling these names back from the graveyard into the deck to go into the bigger ones, or you can use one of these two to go into and help into Drella. Okay. And for every different name that you use, you can send the top card of your opponent's deck to the graveyard. That is really, So if you use like 6 monsters, you can just mill 6, right? That's kind of crazy. Next up, we have the Eternal Land Spectria, or Spectrica. It is a field spell, and if there are 4 or less monsters in your graveyard, while this card is face up in the field zone, if a player would ritual summon with the effect of Endless Partner, they can also use galaxy monsters in their graveyard as material. So this allows you just to do this for literally everything. That is absolutely amazing. Being able to recycle all your pets back into the deck and then use them later on. Very, very powerful. After that, we have Voidvelg White Rider. This is a card that was the Sayako Jump promo. And it is a level 4 Dark Galaxy effect monster, 1300 attack, 300 defense. And the requirement is if there's 10 more cards in your deck, this card's name becomes Voidvelg Pale Rider for the rest of the turn. Then excavate the top 3 cards of your deck and reveal them. You choose one Requiem or Dark Galaxy normal monster and add it to the hand. Place the remaining cards on the bottom of your deck in any order. This is really interesting of a card. I could definitely see them running this at a number of copies because you just get to dig for whatever you need for the Requiem or any other Dark Galaxy normal monster. So if you have 2 of them, you just get hopefully a couple additional ads there. But it's all right. They definitely need a lot more to make the deck worth it. After that, we have cool reveals being Elemental Hero Blade Edge is being imported, and it has 2600 attack, 1800 defense, level 7. No requirement. This card attacks pierces, and during your turn, if there's a skyscraper face up on the field, this card gains 1000 attack. So that's one thing that they're going to be having to do for a lot of the other hero monsters, which would remind me. I think there's another hero monster down the line, or just more in general that's coming out. But this is really nice to see. They have a level 7 monster now for the main deck that isn't Neo, so this is going to be very interesting to see how this performs. After that, we have new cards from KP24, and we have the first black overframe card for the set, and the next one in line. So I think this is the 4th one, and it is Last Kakol Chainverse. She is a level 9 Wind Galaxy monster, 1500 attack and defense, and during your main phase, if this card was normal or special summon, pay 500 life points. Draw 3 cards and then choose 2 cards in your hand and place them on the bottom of the deck in any order. During this turn, you cannot activate the effect of Last Call Chainverse. So once per turn effect, just to draw 3, place 2 to the bottom, being a level 9, really useful. But I don't know how well this is going to be. But since it's an over black rare, it's probably going to see some type of play. After that, we have Post-Stellar Shower Princess Cosmo. The bimbo is causing the heat death of the universe. This card's name is treated as the Jest of Princess Cosmo while in the graveyard, and during the turn you have not activated this card or a copy of Post-Stellar Show Princess Cosmo. Send the top 2 cards of your deck to the graveyard. Then you can choose one non-fusion monster, level 9 galaxy monster in your hand or graveyard, special summon it to your field face up in defense position. So that's where you're going to be summoning her, or whoever else that's a level 9 galaxy that is non-fusion. Overall, that's really powerful. And then we have Dust Tornado being imported. It is literally kind of the same as the TCG OCG, but when your opponent draws, sets a card, or sets a spell or trap card, or when your opponent monster declares an attack, choose one spell or trap card on your opponent's field and destroy it. Then you can choose one spell or trap card from your hand and set it to your field. So it's kind of just like the TCG OCG, but if your opponent breathes, you can activate it. So it's very interesting to see that. But it's still really good and a really powerful card. I would have put it as a legend card instead, but it is what it is. Then we have Beast Blader, another card from KP24. It is a level 4 Earth Beast Warrior effect monster that has 1000 attack, 900 defense. Send the top 2 cards of your deck to the graveyard. This card gains 600 attack until the end of the turn. Then you can choose one card in your hand and send it to the graveyard. If you sent a card to the graveyard with this effect, then you can choose one monster on your opponent's field and change its battle position. I could see this being ran with the Monument Thieves. I could see it being ran with this because they are Earth Beast Warriors, and it would be quite the synergy because they also deal with choosing and switching the battle position of the opponent's monster. And finally, we have Elemental Hero Plasma Vice, the other hero that is added to the game. There's probably going to be more in the future, but it is a level 8 Earth Warrior Fusion Effect monster, 2600 attack, 2300 defense, takes Sparkman and Blade Edge, and this card cannot be special summoned except by Fusion Summon. Send one card from the hand to the graveyard to choose one attack position monster on the field and destroy it. Then this card attacks Pierces for the rest of this turn. This is a really good card. It's just like the TCG and OCG's version, and really, it's going to be one of the things to look out for hero decks. But this has been the recap over the past month for Yu-Gi-Oh! Rush Duel News. I'm sorry I condensed it into one video instead of doing it in multiple different videos, but I wanted to get it out of the way and have myself caught up for the next Rush Duel News that's going to be coming out over the next couple weeks. But anyways, if you guys did enjoy the Rush Duel News, hit that like button down below. If you want to see more of it, hit that subscribe button, and so on and so forth. But anyways, I'll see you all in the next video. Thank you all for watching this video, and if you enjoyed it, hit that like button down below, and if you want to see more content like this, hit that subscribe button, and make sure to hit the bell to get notified whenever I upload. I would also like to thank FGH and Dragon's God 679 for supporting the channel through the channel memberships, as it's only 99 cents a month, and you can also join my Discord server, which is down in the description of every video that I post. But anyways, I'll see you all in the next video, and goodbye.